and just bought the exact item. But wait a minute, that's fashion, but you're not a model. So you're not 6'2" and weigh 11 stone. Yeah? You're 5'3", yeah? And you weigh It's all about how you put it together. I think people, that's the thing. I think people assume, you get this a lot. I'm not going to mention any names, but if you take a trip down to like somewhere where there's an outlet like Bicester, yeah, you'll see like tourists turn up, yeah, and these tourists, in fact, you can go to an outlet centre in Bicester, you can go to Harrods to find these people, Selfridges, and they just look like designer shops have burped or thrown up all over them, you know what I mean? They look like literally just walked into the nearest, and it's just like they just thrown expensive item after expensive item together. It's like, okay, cool, that's all looking pricey, but you don't look like you're in control of that look. It don't look controlled, you know. You're
I was having this conversation with Flash the other day, and I think there's a big discrepancy between, we were having an argument about fashion. Yeah, because he's into fashion and stuff. He started designing stuff actually. So I've got some cool
Flash
pieces.
Yeah,
he's got some cool pieces.
Okay.
But we were talking about fashion, and he was basically saying that I'm not fashionable, or this person isn't fashionable, like within our group and whatnot. I was like, I take exception to that. But he was explaining that to be fashionable doesn't mean you dress well. There's a big difference. So there's kind of two streams of fashion. So fashion, meaning to say high fashion, catwalk fashion, labels and those sorts of things. So what's happening in the actual fashion world, and well dressed is a form of fashion, but it's not dependent on wearing the latest style, trend, being on season, or any of those things, or following the current trend. You can wear like an item of clothes or an outfit from 10 years ago, put it together well, and you're well dressed. You know, so I think going back to our earlier conversation about like off-white stuff, or even like the stuff Yeezy's doing in terms of clothing, it's fashionable. Would I be seen wearing it? Maybe one or two kind of the subtle pieces, but the way that your models are dressed during your campaign is fashion, and that's how you expect people to put your clothing together. I wouldn't do it walking down in the city or wherever we go during our day, do you know what I mean? But we can look well dressed.
Well,
so like David Beckham is well dressed. He's not fashionable.
Okay, so let's put it in perspective. This is my point of view on this matter. Yeah, if you're a woman, I think it's totally acceptable to be fashionable. If you're a man, I tell you that it's not. Yeah, and I'm gonna justify this. Yeah, so if you're a man and you say I'm fashionable, yeah, and you can't follow that up with I'm well dressed, then you got your whole life twisted, in my opinion. Yeah, because that means you are exactly what I've just described. Then, like, you can go to these places, you can see these tourists where they just look like a designer store's burped on them, but what's been put together hasn't been put together with any care. In fact, we've observed this before, where we've looked at a guy and we were like, he just saw that on a catwalk and just bought the exact item. But wait a minute, that's fashion, but you're not a model. So you're not 6'2" and weigh 11 stone. Yeah, you're 5'3", yeah, and you weigh 11 stone. And weigh 11 stone, which isn't like the worst thing in the world, but you gotta buy what fits your shape. Okay, and that's the difference between, like what you said, being well dressed and being fashionable. So a fashionable person doesn't take any ingenuity to be fashionable. Okay, any moron could be fashionable. Let me just see what's going on and copy the outfit. In fact, let me just look at the mannequin and copy the mannequin. All the mannequins are always fashionable, but you're not a mannequin, you're a person. So a part of being a grown adult is learning what suits your shape, learning which colors suit you, learning which fits suit you. You know what I mean? So if you're a guy and you don't know what kind of jeans are your fit, then what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? If you don't understand, I'm a 30 regular, and I need to not just that, and high rise don't suit me. I need to wear low rise, and super skinny don't suit me, I need to wear somewhere between skin, then you understand what your shape is. You understand what I mean? And that's where you start to work into the realm of well dressed. You know, this part of the store is going to be totally useless for me because none of these items are going to suit my shape. However, these items will suit my shape, so therefore I'm going to look at those.
But that narrative of suiting shape and well dressed and what we're saying, you know, learning and evolving as to what suits you and what, that aesthetic that we're viewing as okay, that suits you, that fits you, it works with your body shape, it looks good. That aesthetic has come from somewhere. It's probably come from fashion 50, 60 years ago that we've come to realize or accept as looking good.
No, I think it comes from...
It depends who, like, if we're the Simon Cowells, this is the X Factor panel, and we're looking at people walk past and assessing what they're dressed like, then we're going to say, okay, that person's dressed well, their stuff fits, skinny jeans, white trainers, fitted shirt, they're in shape, all right, yeah, pass, that's good. You're over here, you're wearing a yellow Burberry jumper with some pajama bottoms and some random McQueen heeled shoes, all not but you're fashionable. We'll say no, pass, you don't get through to the next round.
No. I have to qualify that. Because I know guys who will dress like guy B and pull it off. So this, don't get it twisted. This is not me saying it's an either or situation.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so one is not mutually exclusive of the other. Yeah, so I'm not saying you're either fashionable or you're well dressed. I'm saying if you're fashionable, you should be fashionable and well dressed. There's no excuse to just be fashionable. Just being fashionable makes you look like a dildo, in my opinion. You look like an idiot. 100%. You look like a straight up idiot. You do not know how to dress. There's no excuse for that.
Some of those catwalk styles you can't just possibly can't fall into well dressed.
Yeah.
But they're still available and you'll buy them and be fashionable. In some circles, you'll be respected for it.
I'm not sure if you will. But hey, all right, so I think in certain heads, so I think people take comfort for this when they can't dress. There's an element of comfort when people can't dress that they've taken an outfit that's been ready made and therefore I can't be wrong. Do you understand what I mean? And they don't realise that, hey, look.
Is it Paris Fashion Week right now? I think, or it might have just passed. Last week might have been Paris Fashion Week. So
I'm not sure.
If we take an outfit that is literally one of the models is walking down a catwalk on it, and this isn't going to be adapted for high street, this is going to come to retail, right? And you put it on someone, they're not going to look good. They're not going to look well dressed. Like, you know, like you see these dresses and it's like she's got a lampshade on her head and some weird
that's sometimes that's a red carpet outfit. Sometimes that's an outfit made for a specific person.
Attention.
No, but sometimes it's an outfit that's made for a specific person, not even made for a market. So okay, it's available in this designer store, but wait a second, this designer made that for Marshmallow. Do you understand what I mean? You're not Marshmallow, so you're not going to get away with wearing a helmet down the street. Marshmallow is, because that's his look, that's his UI. Do you understand what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I've got little patience. I've got little patience for people who think they're fashionable and just like kind of like, oh yeah, he's not fashionable. It's like, it's kind of like, you know, you can't use. There's never an excuse. Here's my summary. Yeah, I think I'm fumbling a lot. Here's my thoughts formulated. There's never an excuse for not being well dressed. Yeah, you can either be well dressed and fashionable, or you can be well dressed and maybe a little bit dated and this, that, and the other. You're not fashionable, but you're still well dressed. But you should not be well dressed. You should not be well dressed. So you can't just be fashionable. Okay, I'm fashionable. I'm walking down the street naked in a thong. Yeah, you could do that. I've seen catwalk. I've seen catwalk. I'm talking about men. Yeah,
oh, yeah, no,
I'm talking about men. I've seen catwalk models in nothing but boots and a thong. Okay, be fashionable and wear that. Yeah, no, you can't, because you're an idiot if you do that. So you have to be. There has to be a level where you can't circumvent your requirement to be well dressed just because you're fashionable. And I say this because that story you told me and that conversation you've heard, I've heard people who will go nameless say things that, so I'm with a certain person and they're like, you can't tell me that, and look what I'm wearing. I got Gucci shirt, Gucci trousers, Gucci shoes, I'm Gucci head to toe. okay, you've lost that conversation in my
What
opinion.
about those Gucci flip flops?
We'll come on
That's
to
a
that.
track, no?
That's a
You
track.
heard that?
That's what. Don't tell me I haven't heard it. Have you heard? That's my joint. Yeah. Don't try and claim
Flip-flops. What's that
Gucci
name?
flip flops. Bad Baby. I thought it was
Baddie.
Bad Barbie. But it's actually Bad Baby.
Bad bit.